The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right. So we already have our winner of the Burt Kreischer tickets. Don't worry, we'll have more. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and finally the announcement has arrived on what we're doing for you for free. Kenzie, do you want to say what it is?
Oh, my God. I just found out. And I'm so hyped. So guess what's happening?
Yes.
November 10th at the Cubby Bear.
Yup.
Free show
Yup.
because it's a pop-up.
Right?
Group Love.
Group Love is playing.
Baby.
And it's the Q101 Pop-Up with Group Love, Cubby Bear, free show. We love doing these. We love giving these free shows. First come, first serve, obviously, because, you know, at some point, there's just too many people, and it happens.
Well, yeah, because it's free, so a lot of people tend to show up.
Yeah, Cubby Bear's got about a 500 capacity, I would say. So get your first come, first serve ticket right now at Q101.com. Now, again, that's subject to capacity, but make sure you have a ticket there. Go do that to Q101.com right now. It's all there for you. It's 21 up, and it's sponsored by the Cubby Bear and Modelo. Ooh, delicious Modelo.
Oh, God, do I miss that?
Oh, yeah, Kenzie's pregnant, in case you didn't know that, so she's not drinking Modelo.
No. No fun for me.
You could probably, I'm not trying to be, listen, there's probably health professionals out there, but you could probably have a sip.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, I could probably do a lot of things.
You brush your teeth with it and spit it out if you want for the flavor.
Oh, my gosh. I know some people have, red wine when they're pregnant and stuff, but my doctor was just like, I just can't recommend any form of alcohol. I'm not allowed to. I'm like, and then I got paranoid. I'm like, I don't like that answer at all.
Yeah.
So
because
I just won't.
Yeah.
So that's it.
You're doing the right thing.
Thanks.
You're doing fine. I'll drink your Modelo's. It'll be all good. So the Q101 Pop-Up with Group Love, Cubby Bear, Friday, November 10th. Just a few weeks away, really. Free show. Q101.com has the info. And why don't we play Tongue-Tied right now? It's a little pump-up for the show.
Yay.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
There you go. Q101 Pop-Up with Group Love. That's them right there at the Cubby Bear, Friday, November 10th. Free show.
Someone just texted in F you, Brian.
Why? What did I do?
I don't know, but I think it's funny.
Well, of course you do. A natural reaction. They said, F you, Kenzie. I wouldn't think it was funny. I'd back you up.
Yeah, right. Remember that text we got? I don't know if we ever talked about this on air, but one day we got a text from a number that wasn't saved, okay?
Okay.
And the text, so it was 847 or something. And then it was like, I don't care what Brian says about you, Kenzie. I think you're great.
Yeah.
And I go, Brian, what the hell have you been saying? He's like, nothing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, thanks for throwing me under a bus, 847. Because I go on the street with signs saying Kenzie sucks after I leave here all day long.
I don't know.
That's all I do. It's funny that they thought I say something about you.
They said they don't care what you say.
Yeah, I like you.
I'm sure.
I like you a lot. I do. So here we go. The Cubby Bear Group Love, Friday, November 10th. Go to Q101.com right now. It's a get your first come, first serve ticket. Now, it doesn't guarantee entry like we were giving away the guaranteed entries for the Halloween pop-up next Friday. A lot going on.
We'll have that. We'll have guaranteed entry wins coming up for Group Love for sure.
Yeah, let's get through Halloween first.
Yeah.
Let's get through that.
There's one, we be popping up all over the place.
All
we
kinds of
gotta give you
pop-ups.
one at a time here.
And it's sponsored by the Cubby Bear and Modelo. Very excited about that. So that'll begin. And all the information at Q101.com right now for you there. In the meantime, right now, it's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Universal is launching a permanent horror experience in Las Vegas. Of course, if you really want to be terrified in Vegas, just shine a black light on the sheets in your hotel room. Snoop Dogg turns 52 today. It's the one day a year where his cake gets baked before he does. Kim Kardashian turns 43 tomorrow. Well, most of her does.
Oh.
Carlos Mencia turns 56 on Sunday, but he prefers to celebrate on George Lopez's birthday. And Sunday is National Nut Day, so here's an early shout out to Kanye West and Britney Spears. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, coming up here at 8:25, we're going to talk about home projects that have gone awry. I want to hear your stories at 312-591-8300. Maybe it happened this week. It actually happened to me and Kenzie the same week, where some disastrous home projects
So annoying.
just became a disaster. And That's what we want to hear from you on yours and describe them in detail, because then it makes us all feel better when we all try to do something at house and it doesn't work out. It just fails. It sucks. And then because all we do is sit here and watch those shows, on HGTV and say, I could do that. I'm going to do that to my house. Add this on or whatever, make a man cave.
The worst is just the time and the money, and then you just got nothing out of it.
Yeah. So 8:25, we'll talk about that just a couple minutes away, because first, we're going to play Lovejoy. Now, I know we've thrown a lot about you in the last 20 minutes with some concerts and comedy shows, but don't let this get lost in the mix of getting your tickets, because they will sell out. All 4 nights will. Twisted Christmas with Q101. Tuesday, you've got the Black Keys, Local H, and Alex Sucks. That's how we started off. And then the band Lovejoy, who we're going to play in a second, they're on Wednesday headlining with White Reaper and Bridget Calls Me Baby, Chicago band, great people. Thursday, December 7th, Bleachers, which has my favorite song on the radio right now, Mr. Wives and Sincere Engineer, another Chicago band. And then Friday, December 8th, Young the Giant, The Gaslight Anthem, and Little Image. All that, again, is housed at Q101.com. Get your tickets locked up, because when they're gone, we always get tons of DMs afterward. Oh, I missed it. I just didn't hear you talking about it. Can you hook me up with some free ones? Well, we are going to give away a lot of free tickets, but
for sure,
you better buy them, and you can always resell them later if you do that. Get it locked up, because you do not want to miss these 4 nights of Twisted Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a party.
It always is. And Kenzie will not be drinking anything out there.
Oh,
but
boy.
I know.
That's kind of usually what gets me through, like our 4-day events.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know either. You got your Go Brewery friends out there, people in Naperville that have non-alcoholic beers.
Right. They should be there. I should contact them, make sure they're at Twisted.
Yeah. Got a whole
so
truck
that way
out front.
Case and I can drink.
Yeah. Case, the producer, just by choice, is straight edge. I'll be drinking as much for I can for both of you.
Thanks so much.
Case goes to more concerts than anybody, like 4 nights a week. He's always at concerts. Is it weird to be there and have the temptation? Like, you don't have temptation to drink, I assume, but everybody around you is drinking.
Yeah, that's not my problem, though.
I know, but does it ever think like, boy, I'd like to try to have a beer and enjoy this show?
No. When a band is playing, it's the only thing I can think about.
Wow. Just focused on the music.
So is this like just kind of like a regular week for you, going to 4 concerts in a row?
Normally they're not at the Aragon, but other than that, yeah. And Wednesday specifically, we're about to play Lovejoy in a second. Brian just mentioned that Chicago band, Bridget Calls Me Baby. I just got hip to them. They sound like Elvis. They sound like Elvis and Morrissey had a baby. I am really into these guys.
Well, I'll tell you what. Say if Elvis and Morrissey had a baby, we'll play a little bit of that after
It would be an
Lovejoy.
annoying baby, but Bridget Calls Me Baby is a good band.
All right, we'll give you a little taste of that after Lovejoy. And then also, keep your home project disasters coming in, because we're going to talk about a couple things that happened to both me and Kenzie this week, actually. It's Brian and Kenzie, Q101, performing Night 2, Wednesday, December 6th. Q101 Twisted Christmas, Lovejoy.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and she brought up Monster Mash because she just had this, Kenzie had this horrendous Halloween disaster this week.
Disaster.
Yeah, right? How about that? So we're talking about your problems, your home projects that went awry. Both of us had one, but go ahead with yours. I know you want to get it out there with the Monster Mash.
I'm just annoyed. I love Halloween. Okay, so we dug up a lot of our landscaping, and when I say we, I mean we hired somebody, obviously.
Very good.
Because I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, so we dug up a lot of the landscaping, and we had kind of like a front porch area put in. It's like, it really looks like a patio, right? It's not like a porch with like a swing and all that. It's like a patio in the front. Okay? So we did all that. And I'm like, oh, it's a little bigger than I thought it was going to be. And so it looks super stupid when there's not stuff on it, because it's a big slab of like pavement. Like, you gotta put stuff on it. And I'm like, I don't want to buy furniture now, because it's just going to sit outside all winter.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, we'll wait on that, but I'll put really cool decorations out there. I'll deck it out. So the issue is that a lot of decorations you are held down by putting stakes in the ground.
Yeah, it's not easy. People see, you go by these homes that are like elaborately dressed up, and you think, oh, they just threw that up there. No, it's a lot of work.
Well,
to get that
I
stuff
know
up.
it takes work, but like, there's no way else to like secure them. They're usually held down with like even reinforced, like the strings that go there, those are like hammered to the ground. Well, I got no ground left. I put in all the cement. So I'm like, okay, so I don't know how to secure this. So I bought these like spooky Halloween trees, these big like black trees, and they lit up purple and orange. I thought that'd be fun.
Sounds cool.
Those spooky.
Sounds like I can visualize it.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, this will take up a lot of space. So I set them all. I put all the trees together, separate all the individual branches and lights, set up all the cords running so you don't see them as much. Plugged in. They plug in. They're beautiful. The issue is that the base is really small because they're made for stakes in the ground. They're not like big, heavy trees.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get huge pumpkins. I'll create a scene. And I'll anchor them with these big pumpkins. It's like, that's a lot of weight on the base. And then also now they're being reinforced a little on the sides, right?
Wow, very good thought
so
on
I'm
this.
like, okay. So I go buy. Honestly, I spend about $75 in fat-ass pumpkins, okay? To anchor each one of these trees. Only for them to do nothing but fall over even when somebody walks by.
Oh.
I can't get them to stand up. There's no place to run a wire. My husband was pissed. He's like, I don't want these trees. So I had to disassemble them completely, undo all the wires, fold up all the branches, put them back in a box, drive to a UPS store, and return the damn things to Amazon. I'm so bummed. And I know people are saying sandbags. We have to understand, I can't hide it's all flat.
Right.
So then I would just have huge ass sandbags. Like there's nothing to hide them.
And it would look kind of, not tacky,
right, like
but it just wouldn't look cool.
When you do that with like a Christmas tree, you can buy those big covered bases.
Yeah.
It's just like, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look right.
You take back all the pumpkins too?
No, I can't take back the pumpkins.
You can't take back pumpkins? They're not returnable?
I was using these to weigh down trees, and I no longer need them.
I think
I'm going to go back to a family farm and be like, can you please give me my money back?
Hey, listen. They know the rules when they sell pumpkins that people might not like them all the time. You can take them back. Give it an effort on there. Get some money back on that project. That's brutal. I'm sorry that went through.
Pumpkins just sitting around, too.
Well, at least they're pumpkins. I mean, they look festive.
Oh.
I'm sorry that happened to you. It's very terrible.
Hours and hours and hours of work to just be back at square, for nothing, right?
Are you going to carve all those pumpkins?
No, we only carve one.
How many is there? Like 70 of them or something?
The amount of pumpkins we have outside, so there's 10 there.
Yeah.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Damn.
22, 23. We have over 30 pumpkins outside our house.
Can anybody beat that? Can anybody beat 30 pumpkins?
Because we have them going up our walkway, on our front steps and everything, and now a couple extras on the damn porch because I don't know what to do because we're anchors. So we have a little over 30. We only carve one.
Yeah.
Which we'll probably do next weekend because they crinkle. They crinkle fast.
Right.
We can't have it.
No. Pumpkins are a mess quickly. You know what I mean? Like when they degrade, it's like, ugh.
I didn't know that one of the first times I was in charge of the pumpkin carving schedule, and we did it like 2 or 3 weeks before Halloween, and I like things to look right, so instead of just being like, oh, I lost that one, this pumpkin's not gonna look great by Halloween, I found all the tips and tricks. So I put the damn pumpkin in the fridge all day when the sun was out. It would bring it out at night.
Did it help it?
Yeah, it helps keep it fresh.
Wow.
I massaged it with olive oil.
Ew.
In the crevices so it wouldn't brown. So I'd give it a nice little olive oil bath twice a day. It was in the fridge during the day. And then I didn't use real candles. I used the little lights that flicker because that also helps keep them fresher longer.
Yeah.
So I had it became a full-time job of pumpkin care because I can't take the L. I'm like, this pumpkin has to look great on Halloween. I can't handle that.
You chose this pumpkin life.
Yeah, I'm about to ruin it.
That's amazing. Well, listen, if you have a project you worked on and it just failed miserably from your idea, hit us up at 312-591-8300. Your home projects, whether it was, Halloween related or not. I had one this week as well, but we want to hear from you at 312-591-8300. What happened? What happened in your situation? It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 talking about home project disasters and specifically something that happened to Kenzie this week. I don't know how to describe the whole thing again, but as far as what's going on in the situation, can you do really quick what happened, Kenzie?
Set up big black Halloween trees that I thought would be beautiful. Couldn't get them to stand up because it's on cement, not ground, so you can stake them.
Cement.
And the base was so tiny, it was also hard to fit anything on there to hold it down on top of that.
Yeah.
And had to spend hours setting up and then hours tearing down for a return. It was great.
Dan from Crown Point may have a suggestion for you on how to fix that. Dan, ahoy.
Hey, fellas, what's up?
What's going on?
Hey,
hey, fellas, what's up?
Hey.
What's up, Kenzie? What's
Yeah,
up?
my bad. What I was gonna say is use the pumpkin as the base. Like, put a hole in the pumpkin, put the tree just like an umbrella stand, like with the heavy base. Put the trees inside the pumpkin, drill a hole on top of the pumpkin, put the base of the tree inside of there, and use the pumpkins as a base.
Oh, so I gotta like hollow it out.
Yeah, you got to work
Yeah,
there.
I
on
mean,
that.
well, it's just a little tiny, this little hole in the top. It shouldn't be too.
How big was the base of the trees? Were they like they're?
I would say like a foot each way.
Oh,
Like a,
yeah.
like a foot.
I don't think that'll hold them up. And the base, are they using the
I
pumpkin?
think I would then have to put stuff in that probably.
Yeah.
That would work.
Well, maybe cut a hole in the back and put like a couple of those like big, some rocks or something.
Yeah, you're not like pregnant or anything. Come on.
I know. It was
Yeah,
exhausting. It's so funny because a lot of people were also like, well, what you could have done is you could have painted the sandbags and made them look like, and I'm like, I got to be honest with you. This is becoming a bigger project than I initially intended.
You love Halloween. You hope that
I
project it was
know.
big, so you thought that would work, and it can't become too much. It become still a big project because some people are going ham with Halloween and what they're getting out in front. But thanks for that advice. She'll take it under advisement. Or the tree, you took everything back already, right?
Oh, I couldn't even look at those trees anymore. I was so mad.
Oh, God. It's brutal. Diane's checking in from Lombard as we talk about home projects that have gone awry. Diane, ahoy.
Yeah, hey guys, ahoy.
Yeah, so what happened to you to make Kenzie feel, bond with her a little bit over a project that didn't work out?
Yeah, so I got a fun one. We had just moved into our house and I was doing an accent wall, so I decided it would be fun to do an ombre wall.
Ooh.
So, that's
What's an ombre wall?
Like dark to light.
it's you go light to dark with different colors. So it's like a nice fine shading. You just go from light to dark and just in different shades. So I chose green. And I thought it would be really zen for the room, but it ended up looking like the Mucinex man came in and just like barfed all over it.
Oh my God.
gross.
It was dripping.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it looked so gross and boogery. So needless to say, I had my husband just paint over it with a nice dark purple, and it's gorgeous now.
Oh, green to purple.
That's right. I had to cover it up. There was no coming back from that one.
Does it look like Grimace threw up now on the wall?
Yeah, it did.
Oh my God.
Well, I love accent walls. Megan doesn't, so we rent our place anyway, so we're not painting walls, but I want accent walls everywhere. I like them.
Well, then it wouldn't be an accent wall. It would just be all your walls, you idiots.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Who doesn't love a free meal, right? Especially today. And you want that, even a good restaurant meal. A lot of times trying to get, just food at home, making the stuff up, but a good restaurant meal for free. And here's a way to do it. Some guy did this 20 times. 20 times got a free dinner.
Okay.
However, he was arrested because he's faked a heart attack every time when the bill came. And he did it 20.
Lord.
He did it 20 times in a row.
Did he have to wait for an ambulance to come and stuff?
Well, here's how he did it. He's a 50-year-old guy from Spain.
That's good to know because I thought the story was about you.
Listen, I learned from the best. This guy's my emperor in Star Wars. Good.
You're his Padawan?
Yeah.
You're his cheapskate Padawan?
Oh, God, I wish I understood all these references.
It was really funny, Kenzie. I wish you did too.
Yeah, the fake Star Wars laugh. Okay, so he would go to the restaurants, order, and to avoid paying the bill right when it would come, he'd have a heart attack. He became locally known as Gastrojetta. I don't know what that means. Is that Spanish, Kenzie? Gastrojetta?
I don't think so.
Okay, just a nickname that stuck.
Gastrojetta? I don't know.
Gastrojetta. Gastrojetta. Sounds anything in Spanish
No,
there?
I don't-
No?
We all know what gastro means. It's Jetta that we need to figure out.
What does gastro mean? I forgot.
Is he
I've
like a Jedi? Maybe it's Gastro Jedi.
it's
the
all coming
master.
back. Learn from you, I will. Okay.
Kenzie, who was that an impression of?
Yoda.
Okay, all right.
Crushed it. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
You're doing great. You're doing great. So the most recent thing he did was he ordered a seafood paella and 2 whiskeys from the El Buen Comer restaurant, Taparia, in late September. The bill was 34 euros, which is about $36 US right now. I didn't realize they were so close to being the same right now because it fluctuates depending on the dollar and all that. So he attempted to leave without paying, but they stopped him, and that's when he faked the heart attack again. So he actually tried to dine and dash, and he faked the heart attack. But they stopped him, and even though he was faking the heart attack, this is the one place that said you still got to pay. Every other place gave him the pass, and he did it all these times and went out the door.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of family restaurant I'm talking about.
He became, quote, visibly upset that they were holding him while trying to fake a heart attack to get out the door without paying the dinner.
He's like, you guys are sick people.
So he actually said, I'm going to get the money from his hotel room. But they refused to let him leave. They sensed something was going on. They finally got to the bottom of this guy for 20 times. And then he dramatically threw himself on the ground and then pretended to have a really bad heart attack as opposed to kind of a partial heart attack going to what he was doing before.
The second attempt they'd believe?
Listen, deny till you die. He went all in. He knew what he was doing.
He's going to be like the man who called heart attack.
Yeah.
He's going to have one day, and no one's going to do anything.
The story says, not fooled by his second attempt at a heart attack, they called the police instead of an ambulance.
Ooh.
And he was recognized by local authorities as the aforementioned nickname.
Well, you know this wasn't in America, because in America that guy would have sued for like negligence.
Oh, completely.
Because people here will do something illegal and then sue you for how you handled it,
Right.
which is interesting.
Yep, not in Spain. They ain't playing. Nope. They recognized Gastro Jetta, and he's been arrested, and now he's in jail for all the meals. I'm not sure he's going to spend a ton of time in jail.
What crime is that? I don't understand what they would charge him for. Is it theft? Or is it being a bad actor?
I don't know the Spanish rules that well. I don't know what would happen here. The same deal. Maybe add up the amounts and say whether it's a misdemeanor or a felony for dining and dashing and faking heart attacks to get free meals.
It'd be a really funny felony to have. Objectively, one of the funniest felonies possible.
Well,
What I want to know is at the other places, if he's faking a heart attack, weren't you calling ambulances, or was he just like, I have a heart attack, I gotta go? Because like, what was the follow-up? Because you think the bill for insurance would have just been,
Yeah.
you know,
I guess in the
gastronomical. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Hey. Yeah, right.
Kenzie will be here all week.
No, I won't. I'm about to leave in like an hour.
This kind of,
scoot.
to your point, Case, it kind of relates to the story earlier in the week about the Indiana kids, the Kool-Aid challenge.
Yeah.
And you end up getting in jail. What are you in for? The Kool-Aid challenge? What are you in for? Faking heart attacks to get free dinners?
Yeah.
I mean, your credit isn't going to go very far in jail. But there he is. Hey, listen, if you guys want to try this, go ahead. Also, when the police came to him, they said the man refused to provide an address for authorities, so he was taken into custody and handed over to the local judiciary. They weren't aware of the man being sent to prison, though that he will go some for a little bit, but they don't know how long the deal was as far as the story came out. A little sketchy information out of Spain.
Okay, Brian, translator here.
Thank you.
He will go to prison. We just don't know for how long yet.
Yep, that's what I said.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, I'm having a heart attack. I can't speak properly. Oh God.
Oh, my God. This reminds me of the King of Queens episode where he's at Carrie's, his wife's work party, and he can't remember somebody's name, and he gets so worried about it, he fakes a heart attack.
Oh, yeah, we got to find that scene. I can't do it right now, so hang tight. We'll have that scene when we come back.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.